What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the expected move like we do every single Sunday. We're going to be talking about what it is for the people that don't know, and if you do know, we're going to just be mapping it out for you. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you that I do have a free Discord server. If you need help during market open, at me in here or even DM me. I'm always here to help you guys out. Let's get right into the video and let's talk about the expected move for NIO. Now, in case you didn't know, the expected move is a move that market makers give a particular stock for that expiration date. So expiration dates are typically every single Friday. They give that move for the stock to stay in between. They would like the stock to stay in between that move. Now keep in mind, it doesn't have to stay in that between that move. It can go up above that move. It can go down below that move. It's just a range that market makers like to have the stock to stay in between. So for NIO, what you do, you type it in. Now for me, I use Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade. So you go to an option chain, you go to that week's expiration date. So upcoming is February 5th. You go over and you see that this move says plus or minus 7.27. Now when we map it out, it doesn't have to be exact, just to give us the idea of what the move is. Keep in mind though, it says plus or minus. That's because it's a range. So we're going to map this out just so you guys can see it a little better. So what you do is you take your ruler tool. Now keep in mind, this platform is called TradingView. It's completely free. You can search it up in your browser. So 727, it has us above this move right here. So 727 around 64.27. So actually it's implying a huge move this week. So right here at 64.27, 64.33. Keep in mind, doesn't have to be exact like I mentioned before, just so we get that range where we can see it. So the move down is right here at 49.75. Now, like I said, doesn't have to be exact, just so you can get an idea of what the range is going to be. So we have our range. We have the top range up here around $64, bottom range, the higher part of $49. So this move, market makers are expecting NIO to stay in between this. Keep in mind, this is something we call the first standard deviation. There's a 68% chance that NIO stays in between this move. Now we have 2 standard deviations and 3 standard deviations. The way you find that is just adding the move on top of the first one. So you just take your ruler tool and add it right above that one, and then we have the move hitting $70. Keep in mind, this move, there's a 95% chance it stays in between that, and it's still highly unlikely that we get up here, but very, very possible, right? Even though it's unlikely, we still can do it, but there's a 95% chance it would stay in between that move. Now let's talk about NIO. What's our outlook for the upcoming week? I know I just posted a NIO video yesterday and I talked about this, but now we have this range where we can actually talk about what could happen. So NIO, what happened on Friday that was so great? Even though we had a sell-off, I know people are like, wait, we had a sell-off? How can that be great? Well, we held this 57 area. I've talked about this so many times before. I said this 57 area, I would love to see it hold above it and close above it. We've done it multiple times before, and I mentioned on my video Thursday, I said if we break 59 on Friday, or if we fail to get back above it, because we were right here on Thursday, I said if we fail to get back above it and hold above it, then I would like to see $57 hold, and that's what happened on Friday. Pretty much everything was selling off. It just wasn't NIO. We had everything sell off on Friday besides the the meme stocks, as they call it, right? But either way, we held this $57 range, and that's what you wanted us to see. So what's our game plan going into Monday and for the rest of the week? As usual, we're going to talk about the bullish case and the bearish case. So obviously, I'm pretty much sure all of you are bullish on NIO if you're watching this video. But what needs to happen? It needs to hold $57, and we need to start pushing up to $59 and getting above that. So holding above that and getting above that is the bullish case scenario. So let's pull the expected move into this analysis, right? So the expected move has us above our resistance line right here at 63.70. So we have a strong resistance line here, and the expected move actually has us closing above that. So obviously, this would be very bullish if NIO actually hit the expected move this week, right? And we actually held above it. Imagine if we did that this week. What would that entail for the following week? Well, it would entail us a pretty solid setup, right? We get above resistance, we close above it, and then we start heading back up in the following week, right? That's a super bullish case, getting above this resistance and closing above it. So hopefully, I do hope that NEO hits that top expected move, right? Then that would set us up extremely bullish for the following weeks to come, right? We could hit, $70, $80 well past that if we do close above at the top of the expected move. Though it's highly unlikely. It's pretty much 68% chance that it stays in between this, but very possible. It's very, very possible that it hits that top expected move. Now let's talk about the bearish case, because we have to factor that in as well. So obviously, getting below $57, I'd want $53 to hold. So hopefully, if we do get below that this week, $53 would hold, but the expected move has us all the way down to $50. Now, if we get below the expected move, then I do have a strong support here at $48, but I don't really see us getting that far. I don't even see us getting below $53.69. If we do fall below 57, I do think we would head to $53.69, but I don't really see us getting far below that, just because it's been a strong support before, and that would just be a really good dip buy on NEO if we can just base out right here and then start that uptrend again. But overall, it's holding this 57 mark very, very strong, so I really don't see it breaking that this week, though anything's possible. It very, very could, due to the extreme volatility that's been going on in the market. Overall, I'm bullish on NEO. I just want to get this quick video out to show you the expected move for this week, that we have a huge move incoming, and I'm extremely excited for this week. Either way, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all of y'all being here, and I'll see you all in the next video.